Hello everyone, welcome to this informative video on navigating campus life, substance abuse and healthy choices. I'm Arun Sharma and today I'm joined by Dr. Pranav Prakash, a renowned public health expert, and together we will explore the crucial topic of substance abuse and making healthy choices during your time in your campus. So before we dive in, let's acknowledge that college life can be incredibly rewarding, but it also comes with its own share of challenges. Today, we will address an issue that affects many students known as substance abuse. So, as we know, substance abuse is a very big problem among college students. So, what are your views on it, sir?
College life is, as you very rightly said, is the first time when you are out of your family and you have a certain freedom. Every graduate student is enjoying its freedom. Now, with freedom always comes a responsibility. Your pocket money is big, you are getting big money now, and with this, you have all options how you are looking to spend your money. The market forces and the illicit drugs, now they are being widely available. Students who are out on their own, especially in hostel life, they have huge challenges of academic performances, and then they have got peer pressure. All this thing together leads many students to get into substance abuse. It starts one by one, loneliness, pressure, anxiety, not really understanding how to cope with the challenge of being alone, many times it leading students to try different things. And one of the options that market is forcing is illicit drugs. Added to that, Western media influenced party culture is also there, and party culture has always got a undercurrent of drug abuse. There are many disturbing visuals present in social media about the uses of drugs, uses of alcohol. There are certain songs, there are certain slogans, there are certain marketing campaign which are directed to students, and in one way or another, the illicit drugs, alcohol, smoking, it's still being glamorized, and it is very disturbing to me as public health professional, because graduation is one age where students need right kind of parental guidance and some way within how to choose, how to make informed decisions.
Yes, sir. Okay, now let's talk about some factors that can contribute to substance abuse. Academic stress, the desire to fit in, and even mental health struggles can play a role. Recognizing these factors empowers you to make informed decisions. So, sir, do you want to put any light on it?
Yes, as we understand, in graduation you are preparing to take over professional life, and professional life has got requirements which are really varied, vast and exhaustive. So even the best institutions and even all the other institutions, the pressure is to cram a large many number of things in a very short duration of time. There is a pressure to do presentations, assignments, go and do community work, classwork. All these things leave students with very little time to de-stress themselves, to play outdoor games. So students many times are sleep deprived. And in some of my personal experience, I have seen students who said that they got into smoking and they got into drugs just to stay awake whole night, because 2 days and 3 days they have to stay awake to complete an assignment, to complete a project. So whenever I talk to universities and I talk to academicians, I also stress a point that we have to create an environment where students are not pushed really into sleepless nights, to say the least, because 6 to 7 hours of sleep, that is minimum required, especially for young minds, to work in a very professional and authentic way. Otherwise, there will be a stress and there will always be a temptation to try things, sometimes hard drugs, sometimes liquor, just to stay awake. And this is a dangerous situation. Beyond that, in the campuses, and as the kids are getting young, they are into relationships, so there is a stress related with relationship. There is also an anxiety related with what will happen in future, what
Yes,
kind
sir.
of career I'm going to get. So all these challenges lead to huge stress. It's kind of grinding stress on the young minds. And on the other side, somehow we are so focused on academic achievement that the time for mentor-mentee relationship is not enough. Even teachers are under great pressure these days to do research, to do consultancy, to do teaching. So all this is leaving in all the stakeholders very limited time to discuss things beyond academic performance. So our students are not really getting enough tools to decide what they want to choose and what they don't. They should not choose. So one side, they are independent now, they are adult now, they have got all the freedom to choose, but they do not have enough information and a right kind of parental institution which could guide them. So we need to work more on that.
Okay, so don't hesitate to seek support when needed. Your campus likely offers counseling services and support groups. Remember, reaching out for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. So, do you want to put any light on it?
Yes. Through your channel, I would like to speak to youth at large that many times you can face challenges, many times you can have stress related with academics, related with personal life, related with financial situation, or maybe you have anxiety related with your future career also, but they are not really an excuse to get into substance abuse. Rather, you should seek parental advice. You should discuss this more with your parents, because parents have spent a, a large section of their life as youngster, and they are also in working life, so they are better placed and they are your well wishers to guide you. Beyond that, you can also discuss anxiety, your personal issues, even with your teachers and mentors. The new educational policy guidelines discuss about teachers being mentors to students. So you can discuss with your teachers. Alongside, every institution has got a facility for counseling. So you can seek counseling facility. Even beyond that, you can seek government facilities which are there, and now government is providing free helpline also. And sometimes if there is still further need, do not at all hesitate to seek the advice from psychiatrist, psychological counselor, or a physician. Like any other situation, if at all someone is into drug abuse or someone is into a situation which is technically called drug dependence, where you start having craving of drugs if someone is not taking, then also it can be gradually eliminated from someone's life. So de-addiction centers are also there. And as a society, to youth, I would also like to appeal, you need to be more accepting to people who are into drug problem. Do not call them drug addicts. They have a certain situation in their life when they got and become victims of drug. So drug addict saying is putting onus on someone of using drugs, while every person who is dependent on drugs is a victim of this drug culture, and that victim needs to get rescued.
So nowadays, in India, most of the young people are also being attracted towards drugs and smoking and drinking. On Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, there are many short videos and reels which shows that small kids, like fourth standard kids or fifth standard kids, are drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, and BDs and etc. And the more concerning fact is that most of them are also going toward higher drugs like weed. So how can we cope that?
Uh, yes, it's a very disturbing trend, and I'm really encouraged and positive that young people like you and people like you who are working on reduction of drug abuse in youth, you have got huge potential to influence the society, because See, if their kids are there, kid who is in the age of say 10 and 12, he can be easily understood and easily be guided by a youngster who is in age is group of 16 to 18 and 18 to 21, rather than someone who is 40 or 50. So first, young health ambassador should go out and talk to kids. You should go to different schools, talk about the dangers involved in getting dependent to drugs. And also, we should protest and we should pressurize the social media not to use and not to showcase music, songs, and films and OTT platform, different shows, which in one way or another way glamorize a negative health culture related with smoking, related with alcohol, related with drug abuse, sexual violence, all such things which are negative to mental and physical health of individual should be discouraged from all social platform. And we as public health professionals need to create awareness in community, and we need also to create the right kind of protest and raise our voice, so that we pressurize the makers of OTT, we pressurize the makers of films, and we pressurize the makers of songs who are propagating and promoting this culture which is leading the youngster, kids, and youth into a negative health infrastructure.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have also seen like there are many songs and videos which are promoting drugs, but when facing those artists, they say that this is just art. We are also not promoting it. They say that they put a small description in front of the video or a song or anything, that they are not promoting it and it's dangerous for health. But still, sir, many children who are watching it, many youth who is watching it, thinks that it is cool. Most of them are just smoking because it looks cool. So, is there any way we can stop that?
Yes, there is one way: we come up with stringent and stricter legislation, but then enforcing the law is very difficult. The legal processes are very long, very lengthy. Many times they are rendered ineffective by appeals and reappeals. But as a society, we have a responsibility to curb these things. So, as youth, you should discourage and you should not consume the kind of songs and this kind of films and OTT shows are going. If people start refusing to consume this kind of songs, this kind of shows, and this kind of movies, definitely the people who are investing in such kind of content for in the name of entertainment, they will definitely not make this kind of entertainment and movies. So as youth, it's our responsibility to talk to masses, and we should publicly talk against this kind of trend. We should publicly confront this kind of singers, filmmakers, actors, like actors who are promoting uh, tobacco products. So many times these days, when people are getting more aware, those kind of actors are confronted.
Yes, sir.
And many times, even the actors have to apologize and actors have to stop advertising for drugs. Still, we have some very popular actors who are promoting tobacco based brands. Now we need to confront them. Actors also are part of society, musicians also are part of society. So once we start confronting those musicians that we will not consume your product, their music is their product, so we will not consume your music unless and until you apologize and you stop promoting drugs, you stop sowing drugs in one excuse or another. Being art is no excuse to promoting illicit things, promoting things which are harmful and dangerous to the health and mental makeup of individual.
Okay. Okay, sir. There was another question. There are many people who are office goers who work in office whole day, and there are many businessmen who work whole day in front of people, and they listen to many things from people. And when they come home or when they get a break, most of them just smoke a cigarette to relieve their stress. Most of them drink. And so, what can we do? What could be a better alternative rather than smoking a cigarette or drinking or doing any other kind of drugs? to relieve that stress.
Great. Uh, a very beautiful thing I read somewhere that if you haven't experienced something of better and more joyful experience, you will go for inferior joy. And to all the people who have to try alcohol or smoking, the tragedy is that they haven't experienced heightened joy. So we need to encourage in a very positive manner in campuses and right from campuses the joy of yoga. You can do yoga to de-stress yourself, and you can do very positive activities like gardening, creative activities. Uh, from West, lot many creative hobbies are being encouraged that you can do right at your office. You can do some creative writing. Many coloring books are made available for adults. Many music sites are encouraging people to try karaoke. So there are different things to try your creativity. Essentially, as human beings, we all are seeking different creative outlets, and we all want to feel ourselves as important. We all want to feel happier and more happy. This is not really possible, unfortunately, at workplace. But as we discuss always, after being adult, your happiness also is your responsibility. And there are many different ways of getting happy where you can be more and more happy. Yoga is one way,
Yes, sir.
physical exercises are another way, sports, outdoor sports is also one way, creative outlets are another way. You can try music, you can try painting, you can try calligraphy, all different things are there. And somewhere down the line, we also have to understand it's not just childhood where we can enjoy art, where we can enjoy outdoor sports, where we can enjoy interacting with friends and family. Even as an adult, everyone should be encouraged to enjoy art, to enjoy family, to enjoy being outdoors, sometimes strolling without having really a purpose. Our adult lives are too much driven by purpose, where we want to extract every minute of ours in terms of money. And this leads many times to collapse, mental collapse, physical collapse, or many times looking at options which are beyond healthy. So, if we encourage this positive culture of enjoying life itself through all the different means, and if we be more face to face to our friends and family, I think we can create a better environment where these options of trying drugs, they will naturally don't come to individuals.
Thank you, Dr. Pranam Prakash, for sharing your valuable insights with us today. And to all of you who are watching, remember that you have the power to shape your college journey in a positive way.
Thank you, Arun, for giving this opportunity and platform to talk to youth. And it's really great to see young and enthusiastic people who are working in this domain. Through you, I would like to say that drug abuse is one thing that is destroying many young lives at the peak of their physical and mental strengths. So do not choose for drugs, choose for life, and utilize all the options available for you at the campus for seeking any kind of suggestion and guidance you need. Never hesitate to seek guidance and support which you really deserve, and stay healthy. Thank you. Thank you all.